Hey, welcome back to the Java series. So, in the last episode, we've talked about how to implement thread using this interface runnable. And the problem of a runnable is this method run actually never return anything. So, it's this portion of code meant to just run, execute, do some stuff, some calculation, and never return anything, because this runnable class, the runnable interface, has this abstract, which is of a return type of void. So we so it's kind of good thing to if we have a task that's we don't need to return anything, just do a task, a calculation or whatever, and that's it. So, but what if we want to return something? Do a calculation in a thread, and once this thread finish, return a result, something. So here we need the interface callable. So I've created here a new Java project. So let's say I want to create a class, which is a very simple example, power of 3, for example, power of 3. Power off, let's keep it just like power off, and it's gonna implement callable instead of runnable. It's inside Java util concurrent. So we'll see. So this method power off, and the v power off, and this method gonna take private number, private int, for example, int, private int first, then private int second, then a constructor. Take these two, and this callable. Let's see what's inside this callable. Inside this callable interface, it's also a functional interface, just like with runnable, and it has a method of call, and it returns this v. So it does return this v. So here I made a mistake. We want the power off the first number, power off the power off of the second. So what we need here, we're gonna return a long int or a long. So this is the type of return, because the v here is the return here. So let's keep it like that, and we add an implemented method, and it's gonna return a long, and we just return math. I guess match have a long power. Let's take double. Let's keep the. I don't know why it doesn't take the power. It doesn't take ends. So name this first and second. So just for the sake of simplicity, we're gonna change this to double, and this to double, and we keep this to a double, change this to a double, not an int. So it's gonna be a double. So but in order to execute this thread inside the thread, we need because it doesn't call a runnable, so we want to find another way to execute this power of 2 this calculation inside the thread. So here we Java has something that's called an executor, a thread executor. Or so to get this, we have a thread executor factory, which got a service executor, and we call it executor new fixed. We don't want this new fixed thread, new single thread executor. We want to just execute just one thread. So executor. Let's import this. So we have a thread executor here, and let's do a sysout, and calculating 3 power of 2, and we take the executor and we submit so it takes a callable, even a runnable, so we want this callable, and this is a new power or class. We just power off, and it takes not 2 int but 2 double. And we need to, this is the 3, this is the 2, and we want to make them double. We go here, change this constructor to a double, so we're good now. And so this will do the calculation, but I forgot one thing. This yes, inside the callable will do the calculation, and we need to store the results of this, because this whole thing will return a double. So what we need is something that's called a future of double. It's going to return a double. So result, assign it to this part future. It's just like saying this result may not be valuable. It's just like the optional of the Java. So if it's there, if the execution of this thread passed normally, then the result will be there. If not, this future wrapper of a double will contain a null probably or something. So and so let's sys out this. Let's sys out this 3 result equal, and what to get this the result is the result in gets. And if we see here, result has code to string cancel, get class is cancelled, notify is done. So this future, to get the value out of it, so we need to just take it here, because it might be not, it might be a null or something happened, so we need to take a double on the result side. Cut, and we surround it with, around the whole thing, try catch. We're not gonna handle this try catch block. So, and we say here, so we can see here sys out inside callable, here inside main, here in the main. So let's compile, run this and see. Calculating the power of 2 inside the here, calculating. Inside the result here is here, so inside the callable we went here and call this method, even though what we did here just instantiate this power of 2, like we never called the method call, but it got called because it's so this can be very useful if we want to run thread and do some calculation in a separate thread. This thread return something, return the calculation or whatever. So let's say we have a big array and we want to sort it, so we divide it into multiple small array, chunk of array, and we create, like we can create here in the executor, it's a new single thread executor, we can create a pool of thread executor and we give it a name like new fixed thread pool. Like we can give here a 5, a 10 thread. It depends on the operating system and the hardware, how many threads we can execute in a pool of thread. So like this, it's going to create a 10 thread that's running in the same pool, and we can divide the array and assign each thread to do the calculation, like the sort each piece. Then we get back the result and we put it together. So it can be very useful. Let's see if it's gonna, yeah, it does work even though we have a pool thread. So this is it. We instantiate an executor, then we submit the thread and we assign it to a future. We return a future. So if everything happened to be good, so the thread, this future gonna contain a value, of the result. If not, it's gonna contain a null, I guess. If it's present, it's just gonna contain a null here. So let's see another trick to make sure that this actually run in a separate thread. So this is out just like the other time. Current thread, get name, then this should give us the name of the thread, and this in the main here sysout should give us the thread main thread current, and we will see get name. So if we run, see this gives us pool thread number 1, and this is the main thread. So there are two threads here, the main thread and this code here run in a separate thread. It's the pool thread number 1. So that's it. I hope this can be useful to you, and see you next time.